Because Jackie is a good mom, and she always have been a good mom. Is she a perfect mom? No, she's not. It is no perfect mom. Yeah, I'm back with another video. I want to talk a little bit about Jackie Christie and her daughters, and why my personal belief is Jackie is a good mom, and she always have been a good mom. Is she a perfect mom? No, she's not. It is no perfect mom. I'm gonna be reacting to a small video first of a counseling session that she did with both of her daughters, which was 7 years. It was actually 7 years back. I'm going to be reacting to that, and then we're going to go forward of what's happening with Jackie and her one of her daughters, Chantel.
You guys, this is Beth. That's Shani. Shani, that's Beth. Carly, that's Beth. Nice to meet you. I'm thinking, oh my God, because my daughters made it clear. No counselors, no.
Now, her daughters made it clear that they did not want counseling. Do that really sound like a bad mom? So let's keep going.
Therapist, but I decided this is what I want to do because it's the only help we're going to be able to get.
Are you you're the therapist?
Yeah. I'm a family therapist, so are you open for this? You're looking at me like you're not sure.
I guess so.
Okay, they're looking like, oh, we're doing counseling. I'm stopping the video back and forth because I know I just can't let the video play. The video is not that long, but I want y'all to really listen to something when it comes to people saying that Jackie is a bad mom, or like Brittany Renner said, Chantel's mom a deadbeat, which is horrible that Brittany Renner was calling her that. Let's keep going.
Okay. You are, Kari?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kari. I may not like what they say, but I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to hear what they say, and then I'm going to give my side.
That's the type of mom that I am. Sometimes I don't like what my kids say, and they might say some hurtful stuff to me, but sometimes I'm not afraid of the truth as well. Let's keep going on this, though.
I'm intimidated by my mom, but just nervous, like jitters and everything. And then with my grandma passing, that mother relationship I had with her, and I felt like
Cry.
So Takari talks about how that she feels intimidated by her mom.
And I compare that to me in your relationship, and that's where the question comes in, because I didn't feel like I was good enough.
You always been good. You always been too good.
I didn't feel like.
And she talks to her mom, and she tells her, I feel like I wasn't good enough. And Jackie says, you always been good enough. And sometimes with kids do feel like that. They feel like you favor one over the other. Sometimes in some situations that does happen. Even with my kids, that as well happen. My kids are, I have 4. One of my kids is deceased. But one of my daughters, the one that's still alive, she did feel like my youngest son, he does get better treatment. My youngest son is like 10 years apart from my 3 oldest kids. It's not that he gets better treatment. Back then, when I just had my 3 kids, I didn't really have a lot of money then. I was a CNA. And now, but the roles are different with him. He does get a lot of his way a lot, but it was because I just didn't have the money. Back then, I didn't have money to do a lot for my other 3 kids then.
Felt like, okay, Kari, we can work on that. If you felt like you were overlooked, you weren't. You've always been my pride and joy. Ever since you was born, you always had everything. Everything you can.
And listen to what Jackie said. She said Takari was never overlooked. She was always her pride and joy, and she had everything. But then when you look at Takari interview, what she did on Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee, she expresses my mom she wasn't there, but she did live in the house with her mom and her grandmother. And her grandmother was pretty much playing the mom role. But back then, I'm around Jackie's age. A lot of grandmothers did that with their daughters. They did help raise the kids a lot. So let's get back to this.
And I tell you, I love you.
That was
I
the
trust
problem.
you.
Like, you were so busy trying to make sure that we had what you didn't have. What good was the roof over our head if you weren't there to tuck us in, if you weren't...
Now listen to what Chantel said. You were so busy trying to make sure that we have what you didn't have, but you weren't there to tuck us in at night. So does that really make Jackie a bad mom? No. Jackie, to me, is like any other mom. She trying to do for her kids, make sure that they have a roof over their head, do the right thing. And I know sometimes you're going to lack that sometime as a parent when you're trying to do everything and make sure your kids are they fed, they got clothes on their back, all of that stuff. You trying to make sure that happens. So I do understand where Chantel comes from, but at the same time, I don't understand the resentment why she would cuss her mom out and hit her and make it seem like her mom is this bad, villain, horrible woman. And this therapy session shows that's just not the case. We're gonna keep going.
That's where we get our relationship with grandma from, is because she was the one that was doing those things. And I understand that you were making it happen, but sometimes you just have to put that on hold and say, you know what, being a mom comes first, and that's what I have to do.
I'm thinking, oh my.
Being a mom does come first, but at the same time, if Jackie wasn't doing what she needed to do, would they be living on the streets? Would she had to make that happen? Sometimes it's sacrifice as a mom.
Heat in the house. Grandma's down the hall. That sounds like a damn good mother to me. Something a certain way, or I didn't jump when you thought I should jump, or I didn't cry when you thought I should cry. That doesn't constitute a bad mother. And
Exactly. And I hate to say it, but my kids was the exact same way. I had to get out there and work. I was a single mom. I had to do what I needed to do for my kids.
I can tell you're angry clearly about something with your mom.
I think until she acknowledges the things that happened along the course of our childhoods, we're never going to really be able to forgive her for it or to heal from it.
Okay, now I do agree with that. That's why I'm calling this video Mother and Daughter Resentment. And I always talk about that. My brand is called Handle with Care. I handle Black women with care. I do agree with Chantel when she said don't acknowledge, because as well, I didn't acknowledge some things with my kids. It's 2025. It is very important. That's why I'm bringing this up, for a mother to listen to their daughters, because they grow up being resentful and mad at their moms when it's just something that they can really work out. But the mom can't always say, and that's why I do speak up, and I'm taking up for Chantel and her sister, because my girls felt the same way about me. You can't, when it's something going on with your girls, with your kids, you got to sit down and talk. You can't always say stay in a child's place. You have to listen to them these days. I feel like when I'm trying to make points about mothers and daughters relationship, because this goes on with a lot of people, a lot of daughters and moms. And like I was saying, you have to sit back. This is different times, moms. When you see stuff going on with your daughter, do not let this fester into resentment, because one day they're not going to be little girls no more. They're going to be grown women. Now, by y'all looking at this counseling that Jackie has done with her girls, and then I look at how Jackie has been treated on Basketball Wives for years. They have always tried to make, and I'm not talking about her daughters right now, I'm talking about the show itself has always tried to make Jackie out to be a bad person. And that's not the case. Now let's fast forward of what's happening right now with her and her daughter, Chantel. I feel like that did Chantel deserve to get hit by Jackie? She was on her. She seen Jackie kept walking away from her. I'm gonna violate you. That's why your husband gonna leave you and your kids don't like you. She was really saying really hateful, mean stuff to Jackie, and Jackie kept trying to walk away from her. She kept trying to get away from her. And to me, I feel like this should be the end of Basketball Wives, period. Because I feel like Shani did use Jackie and her daughter for a storyline, which turned out really bad. And I feel like they should have never invited Chantel on there. They already knew that Chantel and Jackie and Takari, both of Jackie's daughters, did not have a good relationship with her. What false belief keeps mother and daughter resentment in place? Let me say that again. What false belief keeps mother and daughter resentment in place? Is it because the mother is always right? Could that be it? Or is it that's just how our family is? Or is it if I speak up for myself as the daughter, am I being disrespectful? Because all three of those answers to that question are correct. That is how daughters sometimes feel about their mom, and they grow up. That's what keeps the resentment in place.